Patrick, congratulations on your new business.
Thanks, Leslie. Greatly appreciate it. We are super excited.
So tell, and this is going to be shared with others, Patrick, who, you recently went through your journey of evaluation and looked at different franchises, and you've chosen the Restapros franchise. So maybe just take a second and tell us about this business that you and your wife, Charlotte, are going to be starting soon.
Sure. Yeah. Restapros is a service business. It's a water mold mitigation business. So basically, if you think about in the simplest terms, if you have a leak in your house and water damage as a result of that leak, then you need somebody to come in and clean it up. So we come in and we do the initial demo, pull up floors, cut out drywall, things like that, dry out the area, get rid of any possibility of mold. And then we move on and to the next job, and we call someone else in to do the rebuild.
Yes, which thank goodness you're there, because nobody wants that to happen, but it happens every day. So
absolutely. And these are usually people that are in crisis mode because their homes are damaged and in some cases destroyed. And so we're there to help them out and to get the job done and to get them on the road to recovery.
And this is very far removed from your day job in banking.
Absolutely. Yeah. Walked into this with zero experience doing anything like this. I've always been kind of a handy type person, and I've always been interested in, home service type things, but never really done it with the business. I'm a banker. And so, I work on a computer with numbers every day in my banking job. And so this is very different. But one of the reasons why we chose this brand is because not only is the brand growing, fantastic support and things like that, but it's also a constant need. And we looked at it as being, recession resistant. Even during a recession, pipes burst. People have leaks in their homes that need to get fixed. And it's also not something that can be automated. We hear about AI and things like that. And there are many things that I think are going to go down the road of automation, but you can't really automate cutting out drywall, pulling out floors, and drying out water damage in a home.
Absolutely. And those risk mitigation factors, stability of industry, these are, a lot of things that are a part of that conversation of, well, what would the right business for you be? You like many people,
right,
started this journey knowing that you wanted to own a business and knew there were certain qualities that would be important to you, but it was the discussion of the qualities first that led to the what, which is Restapros for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Leslie, you and Franette, you were with us, Charlotte and I, every step of the way. We described kind of what we were looking for. You presented us options that fit within those parameters that we were looking for. And then we basically started the due diligence process to narrow it down and landed on Restapros. And we're really pleased.
Yes, I'm so excited for you both. So there's a question I want to ask you, Patrick,
Sure,
that I think would be really helpful to others who are watching this that are, were at one time, you were in their shoes at one time. And that question is really, your why for having your own business. You've got a great job, you work for a great company, you have a great career, and getting into your own business, buying a franchise, it's not buying a microwave. It's a big deal. There's money. It's going to take time. There's going to be a lot of effort to get your business going. So it's not a trivial small decision that people make. They usually have a pretty compelling reason for why they're going to change their status quo. And I know it's a little personal, but I hope it's okay. It would help others to hear about that. What is this about for you that had you and your wife decide that yes, we want to take on a new business, even amongst a busy corporate job and a young child and all the other things going on in your life?
Well, I've probably said for the last 10 to 15 years that I want to own my own business one day, but I never really knew what that looked like. And I've never been one to be the idea guy to come up with the next best thing and create it from the ground up. And so Charlotte, my wife, and I were talking about it, and we were like, well, let's kind of look into what our options are. So we looked at all kinds of different options. We looked at the possibility of buying an existing business. We looked at the possibility of starting a business and what that might look like. And then franchising really stuck out to us because it kind of removes that piece of having to be the idea guy and come up with the next best idea. And plus, it's a proven business model. And so that's what led us down the path of franchising. And then on top of that, you mentioned success in the corporate world, and honestly, I just got kind of tired of working hard for someone else to reap the benefits, and that's basically what's been happening for years. And I wanted to try and do my own thing in Charlotte too, and something that we could do as a family, and then also establishing a legacy for our family. We can work a corporate job for a full career, have a great retirement, be successful, but at the end of that, there's really no legacy for your family in terms of having something tangible that you can give to them. And so we wanted to do that, so that that's our goal. Our kids are young right now, but when they get old enough to work in the business, then that's our intent. Hopefully they'll be interested in it. We'll see. We're not going to force them into it, but we hope that they'll be interested in it, and we'll work in the business and eventually take it on when we decide it's time for us to hang it up.
And that is something I know very well, Patrick. My dad he left his corporate job when I was 8 years old. And, not too much later, I'm sure he was breaking some child labor laws, having my brother and I been involved in the various small businesses. But gosh, I sure learned a lot. I learned about working with customers. I learned about, and not that you necessarily fully understand it as a teenager, but just at least getting exposure to what mom and dad do every day, and what having a life as a small business owner can look like and feel like. And my dad was traveling all the time when I was young, but now as a small business owner, he worked hard, but he was also in his own bed at home and had dinner with the family every night. So that's a great opportunity to show another way of having a career, living a life as a small business owner. So I do hope your kids have some interest in sharing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's really something to be said for that. Family stability is another reason why we chose the small business franchise route. I have in the past been a heavy corporate traveler. Currently, I'm really not. But one of the things that we were looking at is, that could possibly change down the road. And we wanted to be able to, we have no delusions that owning a franchise business is going to be easy. It's going to be tough. There's going to be some really fun days, and there's going to be some really bad days. And that's just how life is. But at the same time, it's ours. And so having that sense of control over our own destiny is really important to us.
Yep. Well, I'm very excited for you in Charlotte. And, as we've talked about before, I've helped you to this point, but it's not the end point. And I really look forward to continuing to be a part of the journey with you as you get your business started and start to grow, and then involve your kids. I'll be interested to see what kind of jobs they have in your business.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate everything you've done, Leslie. We certainly couldn't have done this without you and your help. And we appreciate it, and definitely look forward to staying in touch over the years.
We will. All right, Patrick. Congratulations.
Thank you.